The wind turbines are getting larger and larger, with new models reaching around 190 metres towards the sky. They are supposed to provide us with a clean energy solution so that future generations will have a healthier environment, but new revelations reveal modern wind turbines may be posing a danger to people's health as we speak.
Look, I think we've got some great potential here in Western Australia, and we've currently got about 16 or 17 projects either operating or under construction or proposed throughout our state. And I think people get quite excited about the opportunities of having renewables in the energy market.
During the recent Senate inquiry into the social and economic impacts of rural wind farms, concerned community members brought evidence to light regarding the adverse health impacts they experience from living in close proximity to wind turbines, such as migraines, tinnitus, hypertension and heart attacks.
And then eventually heart palpitations, which were a massive concern.
There is a very serious problem. It's not proven, it's not established, but there's plenty of evidence suggesting that wind farms have a very, very serious effect on health. There's millions of papers on a careful study of the noise near wind farms. It's completely irrelevant, except it's a bit annoying, a bit upsetting. So what would I like to see? Pretty simple. I'd like to see the techniques that are used in measuring industrial vibrations applied to wind farms.
The wind industry has been developed based on the National Health and Medical Research Council statement, which states there is currently no published scientific evidence to positively link wind turbines with adverse health effects.
The context is a lack of evidence, so that statement isn't saying that there are no effects, it's saying we don't really know. And we'll await further evidence to find that out.
Here in Williams, they're currently testing wind speeds with plans for a wind farm with over 69 turbines, each measuring over 194 metres high. There are currently plans pending approval for wind farms in Kojonup, Dandaragan and Esperance. 150 kilometres south of Williams in Kojonup, neighbours are at war over the proposed Mooney's Hill Energy Wind Farm. One resident's property is set to be surrounded by 60 visible wind turbines.
From the research that we've done, the health concerns are our major problem with the wind farm. We will be living adjacent to our knowledge 4 turbines, and it concerns us, as you see, we've got a young family, that if it does cause health problems, that we won't be able to live where we live.
We knew there was a proposed wind farm in the area, but not to this scale, and the information wasn't really available. They sort of kept it pretty quiet. I think the biggest thing is that a wind farm company being able to put up a wind farm next door, being 100 metres from our boundary, stopping all the neighbours in their farming operations for chemical application and fertilisers with aeroplanes, land values, health effects for our families and children, and even visual amenity, and even just probably one of the biggest things is also tearing the community apart. It's actually making it pretty hard in the Flat Rocks area at the moment. There's people not talking to each other and name calling and all that sort of stuff, and it hasn't done the area much good at all.
Frankly, what I'd like to see the state government do, because they have the capacity to do it, is to call for a moratorium on any more new wind farm developments unless they're sited further than 10 kilometres from residences, and at that distance that they would appear to be safe. So that's what I'd like to see, is that no more lives and people's well-being be endangered by this rush into wind energy, and they should just literally call a halt to it until more is known. The people in Kojonup, their view is undoubtedly changing as they become more aware of the impacts that these facilities are having on people's lives in the eastern states, where they're now living alongside these facilities.
With the possible introduction of the carbon tax set to make renewable energy even more attractive than the current rebates already do, perhaps we need to slow down and consider if wind farms really are the pretty blue-skied picture we see portrayed by the wind farm companies, or if they may in fact be a horror picture we may later regret. I'm Nicol reporting for Undercurrent.